the world. The 4-person Crew 10 aboard the space capsule reached the International Space Station on Sunday. NASA astronauts Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore are scheduled to undock by Wednesday after a grueling extended stay of over 9 months at the ISS. The 4-person crew from the US, Japan and Russia will replace the 2 NASA astronauts. Williams, Wilmore and 2 others will use the SpaceX capsule to return to Earth, splashing down off the coast of Florida in the US. Williams and Wilmore had initially set off on a week to 10-day long journey on June 5, 2024, aboard the maiden manned flight of Boeing Starliner. But when engineers discovered helium leaks and thruster issues in the Starliner's propulsion system, it led to a delay in their return. The Chinese military warns the Philippines about South China Sea tensions after Manila calls Beijing its biggest security threat. Philippines had earlier accused Beijing of aggression and territorial expansion. Philippines Defense Secretary Gilberto Teodoro had cited China's sovereignty over Nanhai-Judao and potential choke on key trade route for supply chains. In response, Colonel Zhang Xiaogang, spokesperson for the Ministry of National Defense, claimed that China has indisputable sovereignty over Nanhai-Judao, translated to the South China, and has sovereign rights and jurisdiction over relevant waters. A report by the American Institute for the Study of War states that the Kremlin is intensifying a false narrative that Ukrainian forces committed war crimes in Kursk Oblast. The ISW report further claims that Russia's narrative is seeking to discredit Kyiv, erode Western support for Ukraine, and disrupt discussions on the 30-day ceasefire. This is a strategy involving Russian President Vladimir Putin, state media and pro-Kremlin mouthpieces, highlighting the claims of Ukraine's involvement in the occupied Kursk Oblast. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath claimed that more than 66.3 crore people visited Prayagraj for the Mahakumbh Mela. He stated that a new record in religious tourism has been created and that spiritual tourism holds immense potential in the country, emphasizing that Uttar Pradesh is the most suitable state to harness it. Adityanath credited Prime Minister Narendra Modi for the successful organization of Kumbh Mela. Mahakumbh in Prayagraj truly became a global event, and the credit goes to the visionary leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. His vision has helped us successfully execute this grand event, and you have played a crucial role in conveying its significance to the country and the world. I thank you for that, the Chief Minister earlier said. Madhya Pradesh, the first to enact the Public Service Guarantee Act, is leveraging the union government's support to achieve its investment goals under the leadership of Chief Minister Mohan Yadav. The promise of Rs 30.77 lakh crore in investment has been reflected in a recently released report of the Confederation of Indian Industries. CII states the state's gross state domestic product could reach $2.1 trillion by 2047 to 48, increasing its contribution to India's GDP from 4.6% to 6%. The state's investment potential was showcased at the Global Investors Summit. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the summit, while Home Minister Amit Shah was present at the closing. In addition, chairmen of large industrial groups Adani and Godrej were also present. Opposition leader Sunil Sharma criticized Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah for turning a blind eye to a fashion show in the snow-covered meadows of Gulmarg, Srinagar. The ski-wear fashion event, held on March 7th to mark the 15th anniversary of a Delhi-based designer brand, was slammed for allegedly obscenity, offending religious sentiments during Ramadan, and public alcohol consumption. The complaint has sought legal action under Section 296 and 299 for the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita and Section 50A of the Jammu and Kashmir Excise Act 1958. 21 districts in Telangana state have recorded a maximum temperature exceeding 40 degrees Celsius over the weekend. The India Meteorological Department has extended the yellow heat wave alert to multiple districts in Telangana. Initially issued for Friday and Saturday, the alert now stretches to Sunday, covering additional districts. As As many as 8 workers were trapped inside the SLBC tunnel on February 22nd after the roof of tunnel partially collapsed. While the body of one worker from Punjab was recently recovered, efforts are still on to trace the rest of 7 workers. Multiple agencies across the nation have come together to help in the search and recovery process of the trapped workers. While Sunrisers Hyderabad had a great run in IPL 2024, reaching the final and playing against KKR, will they make the cut to the final in IPL 2025? SRH has a very strong team and aims to win their second title. The Orange Army has one of the best batting lineups in the competition and fairly balanced bowler choices. While the world is observing the Ramadan month, Hyderabad's culinary landscape has nailed halim and biryani in the festive staples. And going beyond the staples, there is also a delicious choice of kaddu ki kheer, patthar ka gosht, kowa jalebi, badam ki jali and seekh kebab to name a few. Speaking to Indian Express, historian and columnist Sajjad Shahid said, Hyderabadis are connoisseurs and they love their food. They are not bothered about where it comes from. They adapt it to suit their own palate. Well, that's all for the day. Keep watching 4Sides TV for more updates.